Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, folks, welcome back. This is my student here, Amina. Looking at forming and solving equations and perimeter. Now, here we have a rectangle. Okay, given 2 dimensions, and as I've said previously, I tend to call this one my length, but it is really up to you which one you call your length. It doesn't really make any difference. This is my length, and this is my width, how wide the shape is. Now, it's talking about perimeter. You already been now in this particular question, Amina, they've given us perimeter in advance. They told us what the answer is. They want us to go back and work out what the question was. What was the x value in the question? So we need to think. Now, what if I say to you perimeter? What comes to your mind? What am I talking about when I mention the perimeter? I'm talking about what? Talking about the distance around the outside of the shape. So, for example, I call it the blobby method. So when I say blobby method, I put a blob in the corner, and then you think about it as though you're walking around the shape until you come back to the blob. So the perimeter is equal to this width, this first width, then we add the length, and then we add the width again because we're going back down again, and then we add the length. So that's the concept of perimeter. So the perimeter is the distance all the way around the shape. Now that's a very simple model way of looking at it. Okay, for those of the students who are the smarty pants one, they can say, oh well, sir, you're making things really difficult. Why don't we just say it's the width, add the length, and then double it? Yeah, you can do that. That's just simplifying. Okay, because we have 2 widths and 2 lengths. All right, in this particular instance. So let's have a go at this question now. Okay, why have I got a funny size? Okay, now what is the perimeter? What did we say was the perimeter? The perimeter is, what is the perimeter? The perimeter is what? 28. What is the width? And what is the length? Okay, are we happy with that so far? So we put the p with the p's, we put the width with the width is, and the length with the length is, and then double everything. Okay, now we need to do a little bit of simplifying first. Now we have a 3x add, which will give us 4x. We have a plus 2 and plus 4, that will give us plus 6. Now we need to work out the value of x. What did we say before? When we try to work out the value of x, we have to start at the x. X has been timed by 4, first action, plus by 6, second action, timed by 2, third action. Which action do we move first? The last action. Good, well done, third action. So we grab them timed by 2 by the scuff of the neck. We grab it, we throw it over the equal sign. It lands on the side with a thud and becomes a divide by 2. When we change side, we change sign. So 28 divided by 2 will give us, now the multiply by 2 is gone. Multiply by 2 is holding the brackets together. Now the multiply by 2 is gone. The brackets have also disappeared. Or we can use a scientific term, they've evaporated, they've gone. They're no longer there. So we are now left with a nice, lovely linear equation here. It was linear in the first place anyway, but it's a nice one that you're familiar with. 4x plus 6 equals 14. That's one way to read it. Now we have to keep on. We've moved the third action. Now we're going to move the second action, which is plus 6. The plus 6 goes over, becomes a change side, become change sign. It becomes minus 6. So 14 minus 6 will give us what? 8 is equal to 4x. Okay. Now we need to move the multiply by 4 over now, which is the last action to be, which is the first original action, is the last action to move. Opposite time by 4 is divide by 4. So the final answer is 8 divided by 4 is, now don't worry about saying 2 equals x. 2 equals x and x equals 2 is the same thing. But keep it as 2 equals x in this particular instance because it's consistent with the way you've done the working out. And that is the end of this video. And inshallah, hopefully join us in another video. Okay, I hope this has helped you in terms of getting your ideas right. These kind of questions are popular in the GCSE exam papers. Okay, so very popular style of question. Another small 5-6 minute video.